What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video at the MGD Trades community. Pretty much an amazing start to the week that we had. What an amazing Monday morning. We basically finished in around 30 minutes, but I decided to stay on for an extra 30 minutes for my community members, and we caught another trade. So we went 2 for 2. Over 1,000 ticks was caught today in total. It was an absolutely crazy, amazing winning day. Nothing can compare to a Monday morning start. We're basically done working in around 30 minutes to an hour. But let's just hop right in and get you started with this trade recap, because nothing can possibly ruin this amazing Monday morning. What a great start to the day. You know, I'm up around $19,669 on the day, but I'm not the only winner. Here's a bunch of students that had caught this trade that we took today. More profits, another eval passed. This is mine from before we caught the second trade. More profits, more profits, more profits. Like, no one can compare with us. We are genuinely the best trading community out there. But, you know, let's just not keep you here long and try bragging this entire time. Let's hop into the trade recap and teach you why I took the trades that I took. Now, to get started with our first trade for the day, you know, we could have let this run completely all the way to the bottom for our New York session, which would have been for a total of around 850 ticks. But we took our full TP at around 553 ticks, which was a 1 to 2R. And we caught two amazing trades for the day. You know, to get started for the first one, what did we do for our execution? What was our model behind it? So pretty basic. We had an IFVG, we had a liquidity sweep of liquidity, IFVG. What levels were we at? If you go on the higher time frame on the 4-hour, right, and we draw with our tool that I teach my students and I give them the exact numbers for, we were at the perfect level for our rejection zone, which is our golden pocket. So we had a bunch of sweeps of liquidity beforehand. We were at the golden pocket. We had an SMT off the daily. And we had a 1-minute inversion, and you don't expect me to take a clean A+ setup short? That's not true. I'm going to 100% take that model. I'm 100% take that. I got my entry in at around 772. Now, for all of our entries, matter of fact, let me just show you inside of here. Boom. This was our screenshot for all of my entries and my exits and my executions, because I know somebody out there is going to ask me. I just don't feel like logging back in, but here's all the perfect entries and exits and executions. So we had a perfect entry. We took our full TP out of 1 to 2 again, which was also at this low. We could have 100% let it run to this low of day, which was for our New York session low of day. We could have 100% done that. Did we? No. I just wanted to close out because why not? I don't need much more. Now, people say, you know, it's better to run it fully for more art. Listen, if you're a prop firm trader, you don't need these big 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5R. No, simple 1 to 2R with a high win rate is more than just enough to get up a bunch of payouts with all your prop firm accounts, especially if you copy trade them, right? So that's the first trade for the day. For the second trade of the day, we swept out every single liquidity that you could have thought of. Our last one was our Asia session low, and we had a perfect rejection off of the previous day closing price on top of it, right? On top of that, we were bullish out of a 5-minute and a 15-minute. So with us looking for our model, we wanted to shift the structure higher, and we wanted a fair value gap that was placed on top of a breaker block, which is the order block that gets inverse. So we wanted that fair value gap placed right on top of it as our entry, right? Now, did we get that as part of our model? Yes, in fact, we did. To be precise, here it was right over here. This was our entry that we got. We had to shift the structure higher on both assets, on the NASDAQ and on ES, right? We did not place a fair value gap here, so this wasn't our first presented gap. Our first presented gap was all the way down here. Now, I don't know why it filled me up here at 355. It should have been all the way down here at 352, but it's whatever. You know, we're not going to sit here and complain. It's like a couple, like 3 point difference, but we still got a perfect entry. Why? Because we were bouncing out of a 5-minute, 15-minute, and a 1-hour bullish fair value gap. So our bias was bullish, especially after sweeping all that previous draws of liquidity. On top of that, we had a SMT. On top of that, we bounced out of the previous day closing price, and you know, our bias was bullish, like I just said. Then we had a 1-minute break of structure to the upside. We shifted structure. We had an order block that got inverse. So what does that make it? We makes it a breaker block, and then we placed a 1-minute fair value gap on top of that breaker block, which was our entry. Now, this could have been a 3R trade, which is what we normally would. However, I just took it as a 1 to 1.75 because that was more than just enough for me to secure a payout on all of my prop firms, and that's what I recommend. Now, on my live account, I did let it run. However, on my prop firms, I did execute and close it out manually over here as my full TP at 475. Just to secure a payout, because that's what I recommend every single person doing, is that whenever you're available for a payout, is you always close out and secure it as a winning day. That basically sums up the day for today. Now, Am I done for the day? 100%. Did it take me 30 minutes to be done for the day? 100%. And that's why I absolutely love trading, and that's why I love teaching my students, because they are also done for the day. We all won today. This is one of the best starts that you could possibly have for a week. We had an amazing Monday morning. Now I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day. I'm gonna go eat some food, and I'm gonna go piss off everybody else in my city, because if you guys are tuned into my Instagram, I basically rage baited my entire city that I'm at, and everyone got mad. I think they're just mad because they're upset they're not a perfect day trader like me and you who are watching this, or we're at least learning to be perfect, because nobody's ever perfect. Now, if you guys do want to get mentored by me, or if you guys just want to watch me trade live, make sure you guys click the link in the description down below. If you guys, I know a bunch of people ask me what's the best platform out there. I always say Alpha Futures, and it's not just the case that I'm just affiliated with them. And if you want to use my code MGD, that's fine. It's not just that. It's the whole entire fact that they're the easiest to get payouts with. They had the simplest set of rules, and they're better than almost every single platform out there, especially with their zero accounts. If you use the 100K, you can get 5 of them. Nothing is better than that. So if you guys want to learn from me, make sure you guys click the link in the description down below. Make sure you guys like, follow, subscribe, whatever that BS is that people usually say. And stay tuned for the next video. I am going to be dropping, besides the trade recap videos, I am going to be dropping a very, very amazing video based about risk management and how you should be risking properly, so you guys can very easily get your payout. So stay tuned for that. Again, click the link in the description if you guys want to watch me trade live, and use code MGD if you guys want at the best platform out there, which is Alpha Futures. Besides that, I'll see each and every one of you guys at the next video. Goodbye.